Good evening. When the committee made this year's selection for the Andalusia Leadership Hall of Fame, I'm quite certain they were not aware of the theme for tonight's occasion. But they could not have selected a better person to honor on this night when we celebrate Sweet Home Andalusia than our mayor, Earl Johnson. Good leaders have vision, but they also have the ability to communicate their vision, to motivate others, and to build teams to accomplish common goals. They are willing to take risks, including taking unpopular positions, and they are constantly working to improve their businesses and communities. So many of the things we count when we think of Sweet Home Andalusia, we have because our mayor had a vision. He saw a thriving community that loved its history but didn't rest on its past laurels. A community that could dream big and create a bright future with jobs, retail, and amenities. He was willing to take risks, and he aptly brought together partners to make his vision of a beautiful, thriving small town a reality. Consider the preservation and repurposing of East Three Notch Elementary School as Andalusia City Hall, of Church Street Elementary as a cultural arts center, of what natives will always call the Alatex as the beautiful home of our Chamber of Commerce, and of historic Springdale as the backdrop for so many community functions. For many, that would have been enough, but not for Earl. People said, why can't we have a new movie theater like Greenville? And we need a new steakhouse. And what are we going to do about downtown? And Earl kept right on working. Using the public-private partnership formula that has worked so well, he again found partners and convinced a team that it really could happen here. 3 more historic, beloved downtown buildings became exciting destinations, not just for us, but for our neighbors too. In Big Mike's, an updated Clark Theater, and Milky Moo's. With the support of the City Council and the help of some friends in Montgomery, he put together funding to improve the entrances to our city and to build literally miles of sidewalks, making our Sweet Home Andalusia one of the most walkable communities in Alabama. Earl understood that our recreation and education facilities needed to be top-notch if we wanted young people to locate here. He convinced us we could upgrade Johnson Park, build a brand new junior high school, renovate our high school auditorium and stadium, and that we could put the latest technology into the hands of all of our students. His has not always been the most popular position, but it almost always is the right one. Yes, Earl has been willing to commit tax dollars to these projects, but he's also helped raise many thousands of private dollars for these efforts. He likes to describe what's happening in Andalusia as a renaissance. During his tenure as mayor, literally hundreds of millions of dollars in private, corporate, and government funding have been invested in the city's infrastructure and businesses. All of these things add up to what we celebrate tonight, Sweet Home Andalusia. They are among the reasons that I am so proud to call Andalusia my home, and the reasons so many of the young people here with us tonight chose to make their hometown the place they went back to. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the mayor of our sweet home, the Honorable Earl Johnson. He also wanted me to say he's handsome and quite charming. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Michelle. That's, boy, that's a lot. And thank you for taking the time to put that together to come here tonight. It's extremely humbling to be considered in the company of the great people who have been inducted into this Hall of Fame in the past. There are only, I make number 7. The first was John G. Sheriff Sr. The next was Henry Opp. The next was Charles Dixon and Solon Dixon. And then followed by Seth Hammett and Ed Short. Now, if you add all that up, that's 7 that's been inducted. 4 of those cats are dead. So I don't know if they're trying to send me a message, but thank you. It is indeed an honor to be in those men's company and humbling, quite frankly, to be so. I once read that leadership involves establishing a clear vision, sharing that vision with others so that they will follow willingly, providing the information, knowledge, and methods to realize that vision, and coordinating and balancing the conflicting interest for all members and stakeholders. I believe that leadership is not something that you were born with. Rather, it is something that one grows into through the experiences of life. I would not be here today if it were not for the generosity, love, friendship, and support of so many others that made whatever success I have achieved possible. I'd like to thank my wife, Sylvia. We've been married 48 and a half years this month. Now, I know some of you would think it's kind of strange for me to be marrying a 12-year-old girl, but hey, you know, that was 48 and a half years ago. She is my greatest cheerleader, but she's also my greatest critic. Just in case anyone thinks that this award might go to my head tonight, I promise you she will take care of that. I'll give you just one example. As we drove over here tonight for this event, I was getting sort of full of myself, you know, and my chest poked out and feeling pretty good about things. And I said, Sylvia, honey, did you ever in your wildest dreams believe that I would get an award like this? And y'all, she looked me dead in the eyes and said, wow, you've never been in any of my wildest dreams. That'll take the air out of your balloon every time. Also, I'd like to thank our daughters, Laura and Kim, and their families who inspire and motivate me. Laura and Kim are here tonight. Thank you, girls, for being here and sharing this with me and your mother. My mother and father, members of the greatest generation, taught me the fundamentals of hard work and education. My mother taught school in Andalusia for many years. My father was a World War II veteran who fought for the liberation of Europe in World War II. Together they gave me and my brothers a bedrock foundation grounded in values instilled in them by previous generations. You know, my father used to tell me this, his 2 biggest rules was, son, finish what you start, and the other one was, always do it right the first time. If he were here tonight and see me in this situation, he would say, boy, you're walking in tall cotton. And he would be right. I credit many teachers and administrators in the Andalusia City Schools for giving me the basis of an education that took me first to Auburn University, then to Troy University, where I earned a degree in economics. I took those lessons to law school at Samford University, where Sylvia and I began our journey together. I knew that if she could live with me during law school, she'd most likely make it work forever. During my early professional career, I had great mentors, the movers and shakers of their time, who shared their knowledge and wisdom with me. Too numerous to name these men and women, all examples of what I aspired to be. Through my association with Troy University, I met Dr. Jack Hawkins Jr., the chancellor of the university. Many of his people that worked there at the university became friends of mine, and I learned so much, and they had such great influence over me for my entire life. Finally, since becoming your mayor in 2000, I have had the opportunity to work with some of the most talented, responsible, able, and civic-minded city council members anywhere. Some of them are here tonight with us. Thank you, members of the council, for working so hard and being in the position you're in for the right reason, to help your community. Thank you so much. Also, I've been honored to serve with a great number of wonderful city employees. They have, for a period of almost 4 terms now, I've had a great staff in all aspects of the city. Many of them are here tonight. They do a great job for your city. Thank them. Thank you, members of the staff. Thanks to the Andalusia Area Chamber of Commerce leaders for all that they have done to move our city forward. Luke teaches us that for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. I have been richly blessed throughout my life through so many meaningful associations. I feel a deep obligation to those who gave so much to me to live up to their standards, to lead by example, and to teach those who will lead in the future. Thank you for this great honor. God bless you all. God bless Andalusia, and God bless America.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations. Don't forget that.